Hello everyone. Today I am going to show you the correct practice on how to receive a firearm into your store and how to sell it and everything that kind of happens in between. So to start this whole process, you obviously need to put the item into your inventory as well as into your bound book. And the best way to do this is through the PO and receiving screen. If you notice in the inventory screen, you can add a new item manually this way, but it will not put that firearm into your bound book. Same goes for the bound book. If you were to add a new record manually, it will not put that item into your inventory. The only way to get the item to go into both inventory and into your bound book at the same time is to do it through the PO and receiving screen, and this is the practice that we try to encourage everyone to do. So once you're in the PO and receiving screen, all you're going to want to do is scan the UPC of the item that you are receiving in. I'm connected to our coreSTORE Enterprise e-commerce solution. And so it's going to ask me if I want to search my online store. I'll say okay. And here is that item. So to bring it in, all I have to do is click. And then right here is where I will scan in the serial number or numbers if I have multiple. I'm just going to type it in and select the checkbox. And then from here, the next step I want to do is enter the supplier name or FFL number. This is going to be the acquired information that goes into that bound book entry. Once I choose that, all I need to do is complete this receiving. So I'll add payment and finish. Once I finish this receiving, the item will go into both the bound book and into my inventory. And I can check this really easy by going into the bound book screen. And here's that item. And if I go into the inventory screen, it's also here as well. So the next step would be obviously a customer comes into your store, picks up this firearm, and wants to buy it. You will start that process in the sales screen. So once I'm in the sales screen, I just need to either scan the UPC of the item or I can look it up by name, serial number, things like that. And then of course I want to make sure that I put in the correct serial number that I'm trying to sell. So from here I'm going to add my customer's name. And then I most likely want to take payment of some sort. I can either take partial payment, full payment. That's really obviously up to you if you offer layaways or things like that. You should see an add payment option. This is kind of a side note, but if you don't see that and all you see is complete sale, you want to make sure to go into store config and type in disable. So you want to make sure that this box is checked, specifically if you want to take full payment for that firearm and you don't want it to complete the sale. This will just allow you to add the payment and then suspend the sale afterwards. So for the sake of this video, I'm just going to go ahead and add the full amount. But if you do layaways and people come in to make payments often, all you would have to do is add the amount that they want to pay and then suspend the sale. And you can unsuspend the sale, add payments, resuspend the sale as many times as they need to. But for the sake of this video, I'm just going to add my full payment. And then I'm going to go ahead and suspend this sale. A really nice feature that is part of the new 4473s is that a suspended sale will now create a 4473 form. So you don't have to manually create those anymore. I will go ahead and suspend this. And as you can see, the receipt gives me a QR code as well as a ID number. This is the code that is going to allow the customer to log on to the kiosk. Further help on setting up a kiosk for your 4473s, I'll go ahead and link that video in the description. For those of you that know what I'm talking about, you will now be prompted to enter a code or scan a code in order to get that customer to fill out their portion of the 4473s. So to show this, I am going to go ahead and switch to my kiosk mode. So once I'm logged onto kiosk mode, this is the screen you are going to see from now on. You will either scan that QR code that I showed you earlier, or you can just type in the code. It will be the 4473 ID number along with the last name. And from here, the customer fills out their information. Something I do want to note is this email address field. This is how the system knows whether or not the customer is new or existing. If you have a customer with an existing email address, it will not create a new customer profile based on that. If you have a brand new email address that someone is putting into the 4473, it will create a brand new customer profile based on that. And that's just something to keep in mind. Once the customer has filled out and submitted Section B, you will log onto your own device and complete the rest of the 4473. Section C obviously will contain NICS information if NICS applies to you. You can go ahead and get further information on the NICS check extension we offer on the 4473 page. You've got your download link as well as installation instructions. From here, you'll complete your sections. You'll make sure the background check comes back cleared. And once all of that is good to go, you can go ahead and complete your sale. It is important to note that you don't want to complete a sale before the 4473 has been completed or the background check, because once you complete a sale, the system automatically thinks that that gun is no longer in your store. So if you have a bound book record that states pending and you're trying to add it into a 4473 form, the system won't let you because a pending status still means that the gun is no longer in your store. That's something really important to keep note of. If you are wanting to add payment to a sale or go ahead and assign the gun to a sale with a customer, always suspend the sale. Do not complete it until you have the 4473 complete, the background check complete. So moving forward, now that I have done the 4473 and we're going to say that the background check was cleared, I can go ahead and complete this sale. To do this, I can just go into my suspended sales. I will unsuspend the one that I need to complete. And from here, all I have to do is click complete sale. Now, what this is going to do is either put the record into a pending status or a disposed status. So if I go into my bound book, you can see that that gun has been disposed of. This is more of a personal preference. If you would rather the gun go into a pending status so that you can triple check the disposition information, you can easily do that by going into store config, bound book, and check this box that says a sale creates a pending disposition. If you want the gun to just dispose of immediately as soon as you complete that sale, you'll just leave that box unchecked, and this is what it will do. So that is the proper workflow for selling a firearm. If you have any questions or concerns, please submit a ticket on help.coreware.com. And thank you for watching this video.